Hard Riffs. This is the YouTube guitar channel for the self-taught and whoever else. That song, I just kind of made it up for a demo I did on my kid's Les Paul. I think I've told this story before. But anyway, I've messed with it here and there on occasion, and then I was listening to some different music, and all of a sudden I just started playing the song differently. I started to put more of a swing to it and added this and that to it, and all of a sudden I completed the song. Now, that's what I do sometimes when I'm not sure what to do, when to practice. And that is, one thing is take an old song, fart around with, mess around with it, and maybe change it. Okay, that's one thing to practice with. Another thing is change guitars. Say one day you're only going to practice with one guitar. Certain songs, say pick out 5 songs, and you're going to play those 5 songs on that guitar, say standing up X amount of times over, then sitting down X amount of times. Right? What I'm saying is change your positioning. Don't always stand, don't always sit. Definitely don't always sit. I would stand more, but the problem is, right, that'll get to you. Anyway, so practicing. Again, that's a song that I made, a few years back, a couple years back, and I changed it, and I made it into a song that I like, and that is a complete song now. It's called Tupelo Rising, in honor of Elvis Presley, the whole birthplace of the king. So anyway, that's one way to vary your practice. So another day you change guitars and you play 5 to 10 completely different other songs, right? So you'll play just specific songs on certain guitars. Then other practices, you completely mix it up, you change it up, right? Another thing is, again, take a pedal. Take one day and just really mess with that pedal. And try a couple different guitars with that pedal. If you have different amps, see how it sounds in a couple different amps. This way it'll help you to get to know your amp better too, maybe. Or take one day and just work with your amp, right? Just to break things up, there's nothing like practicing, going over the same old stuff over and over again. Yeah, I know, we all get tired of it. That's why I'm saying break it up. Maybe write a song one day. Take all day to try to write a song, or 2, right? Just to give you an idea, let me throw a couple numbers at you. John Lennon and Paul McCartney wrote something like 300 songs before they even had one published. Okay, that's a lot of songs. If you think about it, that's not even including the stuff that they wrote from that point on, as the Beatles. Okay, here's another crazy stat for you. Not a stat, but just a number. It's mind-boggling. The Beatles played at least 1,800 live performances before they even had made an album. 1,800 live performances. A good chunk of those in Hamburg, Germany. And they had to play set after set, and this would go on all day and all night. And they would do this for, God knows how many days or months or weeks on end, however they did it. But it's just a crazy number. And also, of course, in the UK itself, driving and going all through England like they did, London back up north and back up and down and all around, then back to Germany and back. They just played all over the place, and they didn't even have an album out. That's pretty amazing. So if they can do that, you can practice more, right? Or find a way to get yourself to practice more. These are those hints and tips that are just like having to take your nasty medicine, right? It's like, no, the Blue Meanie, no nasty medicine. But that nasty medicine will actually, it pays off big time in the end. Just keep practicing, keep your hands on your guitar. Sometimes, if you just had too much, of course, put it down, take a couple days off, Take 2-3 days off if you need to, right? But again, just try to break things up. Again, just like messing with the looper, right? Mess with your looper, if you have one. I highly recommend getting a looper pedal. Whether it's what I use the Digitech Trio Plus Band Creator and Looper. It's a killer pedal. And I use it to practice with and to write songs with, right? And, they're just whatever little technique you can use to mentally trick yourself that I'm doing something different. That's what it takes to do it, then do it, And you've got to make time, guys. People always say, oh, I have to take the time. No. You have to make the time to practice. Make the time to practice. Can't say that enough. Make the time to practice. But again, let's change things up. One guitar one day, another guitar another day. Different set of songs one day, different set of another songs another day. Or different scales and songs one day, different scales and different songs other days. Or, you know, etc. Just mix it up. You know what to do. Alright guys, rock on. Thanks for joining us here at Rock Hard Riffs for another hints and tips video. And we'll see you next video.